Hi guys, it's Ro and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd have a little bit of fun and do a tag. I haven't done a tag in a really long time, so I'm pretty pumped to do this. I've been wanting to do this particular tag for quite a while now, and that is the Goodreads book tag, Goodreads Tag. It went around BookTube for quite a while, a few months ago or something, I don't know, but I saw it on a couple of booktubers channels, really wanted to try it out so you guys can see what books I'm into right now, what I'm currently reading, so yeah, let's get right into it. So the first question here is, what was the last book you marked as read? I'm just going to go back onto my Goodreads app and I'm just going to see what I actually did read last, because if you guys didn't know, this year hasn't been a great reading year for me. School has been taking over my life. I just finished exams a week ago, so I haven't had heaps of time to read, which I'm so disappointed about, but also I haven't seen a lot of books that I really want to read right now. Like, I haven't seen many books lately that I want to pick up. So if you guys have any recommendations, just leave them down below. I'm into like YA, fantasy, romance, anything, just comment down below and tell me, because I need some recommendations before I go on holiday. Okay, so the last book that I read is Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. I'm not sure how to pronounce her first name, but yeah, Rebel of the Sands. I was really excited to pick up this book. I bought it from Dimmicks a couple of months ago. I read it straight after exams. Rebel of the Sands is like a YA fantasy take on, I guess, Middle Eastern culture. It's set in the desert. It follows this girl called Armani, and she wants to get out of the little desert town that she lives in. She's quite a rebel. Haha, pun, Rebel of the Sands. Armani, she wants to move out of her little town, and she finds someone else who shares that motive, who is like a foreigner, a newcomer to her town. So they both escape and they go on wild adventures together across the desert. It was quite entertaining. I think I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. It was very close to a 4, but there was just something that didn't really get me quite so hooked. So all in all, I enjoyed it. It was an easy, fun read. It's not very big at all. I'm glad that I had the opportunity to read this book. I guess it's a bit slow moving at the start, and I know someone who recently wanted to read it and they didn't make it through like the first 2 chapters, so they gave it back. If you guys really need to get hooked from the first few pages of the book, maybe this isn't the book for you, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was okay. The writing was fine, I guess. It was just entertaining, and I really needed it as a relief after I finished my exams. So the second question is, what are you currently reading? So the book that I'm currently reading is called Fallen Angel by David Lamore, and David asked me to do an ARC review on his book, so obviously I said yes. I was really excited about the opportunity, so I've literally just started it now, so I'm not completely sure what my thoughts will end up being after I finish the book, but I'm really excited to dive into it. I'm excited to write a review, and I will be posting a non-spoiler ARC review on my YouTube channel, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Hopefully I can finish that book over the next few days. I'm really excited to read it, so stay tuned for my non-spoiler review. Third question is, what was the last book that you marked as to read? So something that you really want to read. The last book I marked as to read was The Heart of Stone, in the Stonewiser series. It's the first book in the Stonewiser series by Dora Machado. And it's really funny because one of my friends who doesn't really read a lot, she was talking to her mum, and she said that her mum is like a massive fantasy fan, so she gave me some recommendations on what to read, and so she gave me a recommendation for this book. I'll just read the summary out for you guys. Okay, here it says, between truth and deception, between justice and abuse, a stonewiser stands alone with the stones, or so begins the stonewiser's oath. But what happens when a rebellious stonewiser discovers that lies have tainted the stone tales? In a world devastated by the rot's widespread destruction, only the tales preserved in the stones can uphold the truth and defend the good lands. In this world, stone truth is valued above anyone's word, and stonewisers are the only ones capable of retrieving the tales from the stones, the only links between past and present, order and chaos. Soraya, I think that's how you say it, is the most gifted stonewiser of her generation, but her talent does not atone for her shortcomings. A survivor of the guild's brutal training, she is curious, willful, and disobedient. Yet not even Soraya is prepared for what she finds when she steals into the guild's sacred vaults, a mayhem of lies and intrigues that shatter her world. Hunted, persecuted, and betrayed, Soraya must make an unlikely alliance with Kale at Throne of Glass at Sarah J. Maas, a cynical rebel leader pledged to a mysterious quest of his own. The fate of their dying world depends on their courage to overcome centuries of hatred and distrust. But not even the grueling journey has prepared them for what they're about to discover. Because nothing is really as it seems, and the truth is more intricate and devastating than they ever suspected, vibrant with detail, alive with compelling characters, and packed with intriguing action and unforeseen twists, Stonewiser is an unforgettable adventure, an exquisite, heartwarming tale from a mesmerizing storyteller. Okay, so obviously you can tell that blurb was pretty awesome and compelling. I haven't seen it around, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna get to it. Maybe I'll just read an ebook of it. But yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. Sort of sounds up my alley. The rating is 3.77 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, so that's pretty average. I'm excited to see what it's about, so hopefully I can get around to that soon. So the fourth question is, what book do you plan to read next? I really want to get into the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. I think that's the author. I've seen so much fan art for the book and all over Twitter and Tumblr, so I really am intrigued about this series. I heard a lot about it last year, but nothing really compelled me to pick it up. But I really want to get around to it now, and I've seen it in bookstores near me, so hopefully I can get them soon. I'm really excited to read them. Tell me what you guys thought if you've read the Red Rising series down below. I'm really curious as to know what you guys think of it. So yeah, Red Rising is definitely a series I want to read next. So the fifth question is, do you use the star rating system? And definitely I do use the rating system on Goodreads a lot. I've said this before, but I really wish they had half stars. I feel like the whole booktube community can definitely relate to that, because there's definitely times when I just want to give it a 0.5 extra or a 0.5 less, and you can't really see that on the stars, on the markings on Goodreads, so I really hope they bring that feature onto the app. But yeah, I do use it. I hardly ever give books that I've read a 1 out of 5 stars. I guess I'm just pretty easy to please. And here it says, are you doing a 2016 reading challenge? And yes, I'm doing the Goodreads reading challenge again this year. I just managed to complete my 2015 one last year. I sort of had to go on a reading overload in the last 5 days of December so I could finish it, and I finished 50 books last year. I don't even know what my goal is this year. I think it's 50. Let me just double check. Yeah, I want to read 50 books again this year. I'm not doing so great right now. I think I've got 11 out of 50 books done, and it's June, so I really need to pick up my pace. Otherwise it's just going to stress me out, and I need to get back into reading again. I haven't really done very well with the goal yet, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I can finish 50 books this year. Also, tell me what your reading challenge goal is down below. I'm really interested to know. Yeah, I'm just going for 50 books. I think that's pretty good. Hopefully I can finish that. And the seventh question is, do you have a wish list? And I actually don't have a wish list on Goodreads. I don't have a wish list anywhere. My wish list is sort of just my to be read list. So no, I don't have a wish list. Number 8 is, what book do you plan to buy next? And I really want to invest in getting the sequel to The Wrath of the Dawn in hardcover, because I want it to match my Wrath of the Dawn hardcover as well. I really enjoyed The Wrath of the Dawn. I forgot, oh yeah, it's called Roisin the Dagger. I'm really excited to read Roisin the Dagger. It came out a month ago, so I need to get on to reading that. I'm really excited to see where the series goes, and I've heard quite good things about it. So yeah, The Roisin the Dagger is definitely a book that I want to buy next. The ninth question is, do you have any favourite quotes? Would you like to share a few? So I'm not one of those people who has a bundle of quotes in my head saved from books that I've loved. Obviously there's many quotes that I love all across the board, but I don't know if I can remember all of them. But seriously, anything from a Sarah J. Maas book, she has some really great heartfelt lines in there, and definitely in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, there's just so many quotes in there that I absolutely love. Sarah's my favourite writer, so obviously I love her quotes in her books. So that leads me on to my 10th question, which is, who are your favourite authors? And obviously Sarah J. Maas. Do I even need to extend my answer any further? I love her to bits. Akamath was just Oh, it was so good, and I just love her so incredibly much. I love her writing, I love her characters. She has a way of creating characters that are so deep felt, and you just want to know every single thing about them. So obviously Sarah J Maas is my favourite author. 12th question is, how many shelves do you have on Goodreads? And I don't really know what this means, so I'm just gonna have a look and see if I can see how many shelves I do have. Oh, okay, so now I know what Goodreads shelves are. It's basically just your currently reading, to read and read shelves. So obviously I only have 3. I actually didn't know that you could make your own custom shelves, so that is definitely something that you guys can be aware of. You can like create your own shelf and put books from a certain genre into that shelf on your app. You learn something new every day. I've only got 3, so that's a pretty boring answer, but yeah. That wraps up my Goodreads tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just comment down below what some of your answers to the questions on the tag are down below. I'll be really interested to know. I hope you guys liked this video once again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. I'm back for another book talk. I haven't done a book talk in so long, and I'm so excited to talk about this new book, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas.